Do you not have a lot of time during the week? Are you big into meal prep? Stay tuned for this wonderful stuffed pork chop in the air fryer. Make a bunch in advance, cook them for the week, throw them in a bowl, you're good to go. Alright, so first things first, when I'm working with meat, I tend to glove up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. We're gonna be butterflying these pork chops, so I need a knife, I need a cutting board, and I need pork chops. Gloves are completely optional. I just don't like to wash my hands constantly, so here we go. So for this recipe, we're gonna use 6 large pork chops, and we're gonna cut them down the middle in a butterfly. Probably want them to be at least about a ½ inch thick. That way you have some room to work with. All right, be very careful not to cut yourself. That'd be a bad time for everyone. But we're gonna just cut down the middle. Should open like a book. Be very careful not to cut all the way through, otherwise your work will be in vain. It's not perfect, don't worry about it. You do your best. Like that one. There, now that you have all your pork chops butterflied, go ahead and season generously with salt and pepper. Now I'm gonna clear up my workspace, I'm gonna go preheat the air fryer, and I'll see you in a minute. All right, I have the air fryer preheating on 390, so we're gonna go ahead and get working on the filling. That way we can stuff our stuffed pork chops. Here we go. We're gonna start with 1 block or 8 ounces of cream cheese. Throw that right in here. That's been sitting at room temperature to get it nice and soft. You can use really whatever spices you like. Me personally, I'm gonna be using some garlic powder, some rosemary, some oregano, and some crushed red pepper. About a tablespoon of garlic, ½ a tablespoon of each rosemary and oregano, about a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. You can omit anything you don't like, add anything more if you do. Pork is very flexible in that way. I'm also gonna add about a cup, maybe ½ cup to a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. It's probably about a ½ cup. Much to my wife's dismay, I love spicy food, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a bunch of jalapenos as well. Give it a little extra salt, a little extra flavor. This is about 3 tablespoons worth. ¼ cup, give or take. And last but not least, this is again optional, but I had some left over in the fridge. Add some cooked kale. That way you can get some extra fiber, some extra nutrients in your filling as well. This is kale we had left over from a meal the other night, so I'm just gonna throw it in there. This was pressure cooked for about 10 minutes, making it nice and soft. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and mix this. I'm gonna use my hands. You can use a spoon if you'd like, whatever works. Get it well incorporated, that way you're ready to stuff the pork. And while this is coming together, this is a great time to ask, hey, if you love this content, hit that subscribe button, hit the like as well if you can. Let me know the new video format's working for you. Got a second camera, trying to link everything up, but I appreciate all the support and feedback. Now, one thing I did forget in the filling, let's add a little salt to that as well, a little pepper. Keep in mind, I used jalapenos in that. Those are already a little bit salty, so adjust according to taste. Doesn't look great, but there you go. It's all mixed in, tastes good. That's all that matters. So now I'm gonna get my pork chops back over here. I'm gonna stuff them, set them aside, put them in the air fryer, about 10 to 12 minutes, check the temperature, and see where we are. All right, so just gonna grab one of the pork chops here, lay it out flat, put a sizable handful of filling in. Maybe not that much. And then just fold it over. Trying to keep as much of the filling in there as you can. That way you get a nice stuffed pork chop. What are your favorite make-ahead meals for long weeks, meal prepping, whatever it is? These are some of mine for keto. That way I can stick them in a box with a little bit of salad and you're good to go. This will make about 6, so feel free to change, modify as you need, double up, halve, whatever you gotta do. But yeah, if you could leave your favorites in the comments below, I'd really appreciate that. Always looking for new ideas. All right, now in the basket of my air fryer, I'm gonna put these stuffed pork chops. Do your best to space them out. You want the airflow to go between them, otherwise it's not gonna work. I'll probably do 3 at a time. All right, we'll meet you back here when they're done. Again, check it with the thermometer. You want it to be about 145, 150. As high as 160, it will get a little bit dry. But yeah, up to your personal preference. We'll be back when they're done. I'll see you soon. So now that these are out of the air fryer, check these out. This is just one of them. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but man, that cheesy stuffed pork chop goodness. You know, it tastes delicious. I can't wait to get this boxed up, ready to go for the week. Once again, Sean from Keto2.me. In the comments below, hit me up with your favorite meal prep options. Especially on the keto diet, it's important to make sure you have your food with you as opposed to eating out and eating garbage all the time. I'm gonna pair this with a nice salad. I'll see you guys next time. If you want more content, check out my other videos. Until then, take care.